Hi guys, Phil here, back for another unboxing. This time I've got something special. The good folks at Hasbro Pulse sent me a little care package of stuff to review and check out. We've already done reviews of the Star Wars Archive Collection Black Series, Luke Skywalker's X-Men outfit and Stormtrooper on website, nerdly.co.uk. And to mix things up, I'm going to do an unboxing of this, which I will put a link probably to. I'll put it up as a short here on YouTube. I'll put a link to that. You can see my face when I opened it. I was completely blown away. All I knew was they'd popped in some Star Wars stuff, some other bits, and then something Transformers, because I mentioned I like Transformers. So I thought, they'll send me a Transformer. No. Sent me the massive 5-figure set, the new Legacy United, just read what it says here, Autobot Stand United 5-pack featuring Autobot Jazz, Sunstreaker, Trailbreaker, Wheeljack and Autobot Hound. Yep, 5 figures, one massive box. Like I say, I was absolutely blown away. Absolutely blown away. Superb gift. I mean, if you watch it, I'm literally gobsmacked. Literally gobsmacked. So I have cut the tape because I don't have any scissors up here, so I cut the tape before I shot this video. I have looked. I won't lie. If you saw the video, I've also looked in this, so I know what it looks like. But this is kind of a weird quasi not unboxing, but it is an unboxing. Let me crack it open. I don't think there's a instruction manual or anything in it. Nope. There we go. Look at that bad boy. Look at that. So we've got Jazz, Sunstreaker, Trailbreaker, Wheeljack and Hound, all on complete display with the weapons underneath. Absolutely stunning. I love the fact you can see every figure. Now, in terms of Transformers, am I collecting Transformers? I kind of have a weird relationship with Transformers. I buy some, I buy a load and then I'll sell them. And I'll keep ones that I really, really want. So, which means, you can see right now, I've got a bunch back there. Anyway, let's stop talking about that. We're talking about these guys. Yeah, so this is absolutely amazing. I'm assuming I can take this tray out. Yep. Tray comes out like that. With all the hundreds of cable ties we're going to have to undo to get them out. And then inside we've got little leaflet, and then wow, this is we've got an instruction manual that I'm assuming has got every single transformation on it, like that. There we go. You want to transform your Transformers? Here's the instructions. As Transformers fans, as adult Transformers fans, do we look at instructions? No. Not until we get stuck. So, that's not the instructions. So yeah, I'm going to crack all these out of here. Give me a minute and we'll start having a play.
A few moments later.
Well, after fighting with a million cable ties and faffing around, we have Jazz. We have Sunstreaker. We have Trailbreaker. We have Wheeljack, and we have Hound. Now, straight out the gate, without so much as transforming these things, these have to be some of the best renditions of these characters. I didn't expect to say that, but yeah, they've with this legacy line, they seem to have got it down pat how good they can make the Transformers. I mean, I was never a fan of this version of Trailbreaker, for instance. But this is a great figure. It's an absolute cracking figure. Just look at that face sculpt. Absolutely fantastic. It feels solid. Got the weapons on top that move. Yeah, absolutely superb. Yeah, this is still a great figure. Out of all of these, my only quibble out of every single one of these is with two of them. Just two. And that is Sunstreaker and Wheeljack. Why? Because I think the heads are too small, especially Sunstreaker's. His head is too small for that body. Wheeljack just about gets away with it. It could do with being a little bit bigger. But Sunstreaker needs a bigger head. I remember him having a bigger head. It's like, look, compared to like Trailbreaker's head, he's got a small head. Even compared to like Jazz, who's a very similar scale. Jazz's head just fits the body better than Sunstreaker's. It seems, to me, I think it's that big chest plate. The head just gets lost in that big chest plate. But like I say, those are my only two quibbles in this entire set. Unless, now the other quibble will be if you had any of these already and you wanted this hound, because apparently this hound only comes in this set. We've got is it Detritus, which is the same mold but in the beige colours. But apparently this old school hound only comes in this set, and this hound is great. This hound is probably the best hound that I've had, and I've had a few hounds. I've had quite a few hounds over the years. I had a hound. Which hound did I have before? It might have been an old, like early generations hound. Yeah. Kind of IDW. When they were doing IDW characters, I think it's somewhere around that era hound I had. And I got rid of that. Because I wasn't, a fan. But this is fantastic. And what's also cool is that, is it me or are these more toon accurate? They seem to be. I'm not 100% on that, but they look more cartoon accurate than I think we've had before. They've really gone. I mean, this Wheeljack is one of the wheeljackiest wheeljacks I think we've had ever since the G1. I think it is, absolutely fantastic. I was never a big fan of Wheeljack, but this figure's great. This figure is great. The face sculpt is spot on. That's Wheeljack. Come on, you can't argue that is not Wheeljack. Yeah, some great sculpts. Each one of them comes with like one weapon, apart from Sunstreaker's got that, and his gun. Hound comes with his gun and his gun, AK or shoulder cannon, AK shoulder cannon, whatever you're going to call it. Trailbreaker comes with all the Morse gear. He's got his rocket launching that slots. His hand's under there. His hand is under there. You see that he's holding it like a gun, but it hides his hand. You've got his little weapon there, and obviously the top of the cab sort of works as a shield. I use it as like a shoulder shield thing. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, a big like shield, defensive shield on his arm to defend him as he's shooting his big cannon thing. Yeah. So you get quite a lot of stuff. I think you're running about, in terms of cost, I think we're running about £25 a figure, which is not bad considering these figures. I think I've seen them anywhere from $19.99 old school price, $16.99 way back. Actually, $16.99 was it pre-pandemic price of $16.99. Now we're looking at £25, $26.99, $27.99. You're looking at that sort of prices. So you get get a pretty good deal. 5 figures for the price. Yeah. So should we get transforming? And there we have Jazz, who was way too complicated to transform than needs be. Just like every other Jazz figure I've ever had. Why? It's the bloody arms. How you transform his arms is always like, there was one where you folded them across here and round, and one round his head there, and these legs wouldn't squash up enough. Just a little bit too fiddly. Not complex, just too fiddly, I'm pushing to get this front down in click into place. I end up pushing the plate in the way his head comes out. And then we have Jazz's gun. Doesn't fit in the hole on top of Jazz. unless you really slam it in like that. Oh, see? It's like it goes in at an angle. It pulls out at an angle. If you try and go in straight. Jazz, vehicle mode. I mean, the vehicle mode is cool. You know, all Jazz vehicle modes are cool. The paint is, you can see on the top where it's very white. And it's got like a, is it pearlescent look to the front where his chest is? And then the roof's white. Kind of pearlescent kind of matches the gun, kind of pearlescent for a silver as well. So that's Jazz. Let's go for number 2. Did it in one go. Didn't have to faff. A lot easier. Sunstreaker. A lot easier. A lot easier. Can you put his weapon on with his thing at the same time? I suppose so. He can stick out the side. Yeah, that was a lot easier than Jazz. That was a lot more intuitive than Jazz. Like I say, Jazz's back legs and his arms were the pain in the neck, but this was your traditional spin the waist, fold the legs in, and you get a fantastic sports car in Sunstreaker. You take that off there. You take that engine block off. Put the gun in the back if you want. Like that. That engine block is kind of cool. Is it? Would you call it an engine block or exhaust block? One or the other. It is cool sitting on there. It's a shame you couldn't put the gun on top as well. But hey, took that to one side. So yeah, Sunstreaker. That one's done. Shall we try number 3? Let's go for Wheeljack. I just want to pause the fast transformation to just point out how absolutely cool the leg transformation is on Wheeljack. That's the leg, that's the leg. It is fantastic. In there, you can see the blue bit of screen. You pull out the leg like that, and then you can flap the windscreen up and tuck all his leg in like that. Superb. Back to the high-speed transformation. And there you have Wheeljack. Again, another very intuitive transformation. Like I say, that window, leg window piece thing is fantastic. The only downside I'll say to this one is, as you can see, that different colour there on that one panel. It's actually the back of his hand. As you can see, his hand's in there. It's the back of his hand. So they've obviously painted the grey plastic white. And obviously they ended up with a slightly creamier thing. But again, you can see the slightly pearlescent look to that white plastic, which I think shows that up a bit more. Yeah, another fantastic transformation. Let's go for Trailbreaker. A figure I'm slightly concerned about. I'm not going to figure out how to transform without reading the instructions, but hey, we'll go for it. Oh my god, I'm not going to lie to you. Trailbreaker had me beat. Mainly because I had no idea what to do with his arms. Apparently that's what you do with his arms. You basically see everything underneath. I was trying to do a Jazz and like hide his arms up. I thought, do you tuck them in a fancy way in there? Like one tucks that way, one tucks this way. No, actually got the instructions and apparently that's it. It just about rolls. Yeah, it just sits like that. Yeah. I mean, accurate. Ugly as sin underneath. It's basically his whole torso's there and his arms are there. Right, last one. Hound. Should know how to do this. I've had plenty of hounds in the past. Let's get to it. That can't be it, can it? Give me a sec. Weirdly, apparently so. You just took those two things down. And that's Hound. Seems weirdly unfinished. Weirdly unfinished. Put the weapons in the back. Yeah, just... Again, arms just shoved underneath. He's got a gaping hole in his arse. This one, I mean, it looks the part as a figure, but that Jeep mode is not very good. Probably the worst Jeep mode I've had in a Hound. Whereas some of the figures don't look good. The Jeep mode's good. This one's the other way around. The figure looks good, but the Jeep mode, I mean, could you class that even as a seat? I wouldn't want to sit in that seat with them spikes in it. Yeah, well, I mean, easy enough to transform. It was just another one where I had to resort to instructions to see where you put the bloody arms, and again, you're just sticking them underneath. It seems a bit under-engineered. Normally things are over-engineered. This seems under-engineered. Weird. Anyway, there we go. We have Jazz, Sunstreaker, Wheeljack with the right weapon, Trailbreaker, and Hound. I mean, Jazz is almost perfect. I mean, the arms are at least a little bit hidden underneath. Sunstreaker, his arms are completely gone, which is what I like. Wheeljack, again, his arms completely gone. But these two, it just feels a little like, come on, we could have done a little bit more on the engineering. There is like a whole gap in there. And this gap there, you could have added an extra joint to the arms, or I mean, this doesn't even have wrist joints. It's got a swivel, but not an actual joint. Could have done something with that. And then that's just that big hole. It's just weird. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're probably never going to be in vehicle modes ever again in my collection. I keep all mine in bot mode. The ones up there are in bot mode. The ones there are in bot mode. I don't really ever transform them unless I'm packing them away. So yeah, but yeah, thank you to Hasbro for that 5-pack Autobots Stand United. Hopefully I have some more unboxings for you soon. Just say I'm Phil, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.